Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ivy and I'm a makeup artist based in Asaba, Delta State, Nigeria. And in today's video, we're going to be rounding up with the concluding part of our beginners face makeup tutorial series. And this concluding part is going to be dealing with the application process. In the part 1, we talked about the tools you're going to be needing, and in part 2, we talked about the products. And in this part 3, we're going to be using the products and the tools to get this full face of makeup. If this is a content you would like to see, then please keep on watching. And while you're at it, kindly subscribe to my channel down below, okay? It's free of charge and we drop videos every week. And this is actually a very lively family right here. We would love to have you on board, join the family, okay? And let's get over into the video. Wow, I really can't believe this is the last part, the grand finale of our beginners face makeup series. In fact, all our beginner series, we've done the eyes and this is the last part for the face. It's such a nostalgic feeling. Anyway, to begin with, I already did my eyes off camera, so if you want to know how to do all this, go and binge watch our beginners eye makeup tutorial series, okay? For the face, I'm going to be starting with in fact, before I start, I hope you guys have gotten your brushes and your tools and everything, because no time to waste though. I'm going in with my Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and I'm going to be taking like a pea size to prime my face. Now, one thing I always advise people to do is that they should always give the primer some time to set before they go in with foundation, because if you don't give the primer enough time to set, it will not be able to do its job very well. Next, we're going to be going in with our Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation for normal to oily skin. I'm in the shade 360. And we're going to be using this as our foundation. Taking my brush, just dipping into it. Now, if you see me staring this way, I'm actually looking into my viewfinder. And if you see me looking this way, I'm actually looking into my mirror I have on my table right here. You can see this foundation is my skin tone and it's blending nicely into my skin. But with this foundation, the trick is that you have to work fast because it dries pretty fast, especially considering the fact that our primer was a mattifying primer. So whatever is left, I use that and I just slant my brush and apply that. Next, we're going to be going in with our ColourPop concealer, and I'm in the shade Dark 46. Whatever concealer you have, just use. You don't necessarily have to go in with the products I'm using. These are just the products I have that I listed to you in my initial previous videos, like the part 1 and part 2, okay? So we're going to be going in twice, because if you have dark under eye bags, I would advise you to use an orange corrector and orange concealer. But as a beginner now, you don't have money to be buying everything. So I'll show you how to use this to do that. You're just going to apply this 2 dots of this directly underneath the eye, okay? And taking your beauty blender, beauty sponge. Remember, I told you this tool was going to be a very, very important tool. You're just going to be blending that concealer in place. You're not bringing it down. This is not to highlight. This is just to conceal that darkness that is directly underneath your eyes. If you do not have any dark eye bags like I do, then you can ignore this step. But if you have dark under eye bags, then please go ahead and do this. As you can see, it's really helping to highlight that under eye, immediate under eye area, and remove the darkness. Okay, now we're going to go in with our normal highlighter and just going to take it down a bit. I normally don't put concealer here and here because I just put it right. I can see I normally don't put concealers here and here because I always have excesses on my sponge, so I use that to blend and highlight those areas. I'll show you that in a bit. So we're just going to highlight and blend this out. I like to take it up the nose a little bit. See where I'm pinching my sponge, just squish it a bit. You can see. Let me just blend this and work. Let me work very fast. You're just blending in the concealer. That's all. There is not really no much work to do. But you have to be careful and ensure you're using a damp sponge, please. Do not use a dry sponge because a damp sponge helps to press the product into the skin. Just turn your sponge and use the other edge to kind of blend it in properly. Something else I like to do, like I said earlier in a previous video, I love to cream contour. So if you do not like cream contouring, then you can skip this step. I personally do love it because I have pretty round face and I'm using the Juvia's Place foundation stick in the shade Congo. So I'm going to be using my Vicabel Face Expert YF20 brush and I'm going to be blending this in. I'm just trying to look to see how it's applying on camera. It's looking good. And this Juvia's Place foundation stick, I love to use foundation stick a lot for contouring because they blend easily. Now I'm just going to pinch my brush, that same brush, and use it to blend out the nose. Better yet, use the butt of my beauty sponge to blend out that nose contour. And something else I like to do, I like to go in with my foundation brush with whatever product is left on the foundation, on the brush rather, and use that to blend everything in, just kind of marries everything in together so that there are no visible lines of demarcation. Next, I know I showed you my Juvia's Place powder, but today I'm going to be using my Beauty by AD setting powder in the shade Amber, and I'm also going to be using that same sponge. I'm using that to set the concealer. This is a banana like powder. We already covered all this in our previous videos, so if you are not up to speed, you can just watch those videos to get yourself up to speed. We're not going to reverse contour with this powder. I'm going to show you how to do that with your face powder, because as a beginner you really cannot be taking that risk. I would not advise you to bake for a very long time. So we're just going to take off this powder right now, taking our Milani compact makeup in 110 deep. Just use whatever shade you are in. I'm just going to be taking a little bit of this to sweep off the powder. It helps to prevent you from having flashback and overly bright under eye highlight. So what you do, you press and take off. Like you take off and then you press in, then you take off and then you press in. As you can see, it has really helped to tone that down. Compared, see this side compared with this side, you can see a difference. You go back into your powder and then you repeat the same process. You pat in and then you take off, and you pat in and then you take off, and then you pat in and then you take off. Going to do same thing for the nose. And then taking our blending sponge, we're going to tap it into a powder, face powder, and use it to reverse contour our face. I would not advise beginners to use the setting powder they use for underneath the eye, because it's more difficult to blend out. You can see the, it helps to sharpen of that contour. Okay, now I like to go in with my contour first before I apply my face powder, because I feel like my face powder helps everything to blend in, so it's not like very stark. Okay, so taking our Black Radiance True Complexion Contour palette in medium to dark, I'm going to be guys. So I quickly went to grab my new contour palette, because the other one had practically run out and I didn't even know. Just taking off the cover right here. And for those of you who would like to know, I'm in the shade medium to dark in this one. So taking, what brush did we use before? Okay, taking our angled brush, you know, now I've already said all the things before. Just going to be tapping into the contour parts of the product, and I'll be using that to contour my face. You see how I'm angling my brush? This is how you're going to place it. Place the contour powder same way the other side, and then after you deposit the product, you blend. Try and blend it, or like place the brush flat down like that and blend it in. So let me just try and get, don't forget your forehead, guys. You can go in to get more product if what you have is running out. You can get more product like I'm doing right now. And then I'm going to pinch my brush like this and dip it into this powder. I'm going to be using that to contour my nose. If you want to get a separate contouring brush for your nose, you can do that as well. You can even use one of your blending brushes for your eyes to do that. our nose is snatched. I know you'll be looking and wondering like, this makeup is so stacked. Don't worry, we're not yet done. We are just starting. So now, you can see everything is like looking fine, but you can still see the lines of demarcation. So this is where our face powder comes in. We're going to be going to our face powder. I like to pack face powder a lot because I have oily skin. And then we're going to be using that to blend everything all in so that it looks well blended. Take it down your neck. Can you see this side compared with this side? There's a lot of difference. Sorry about the noise, guys. Someone is moving something outside. Don't forget your forehead. So as you can see, it's looking well blended. So you're not going to add any more product to your powder brush, just leave it handy. I'm going to be coming back to this powder brush in a bit. Taking our same Black Radiance Contour palette, we're going to be going into, there's nothing like a new product. See how it's shining, it's looking so beautiful. We're going to be taking this highlighter shade right here, and we're going to be using that to, we're going to glow today. Glow very well, like, just watch this. Can you see? Can you see? Oh, see, when you finish applying your makeup like this and you come out, nobody will call you a beginner again. I tell you, nobody will dare to call you a beginner. Then we're going to, you can also use your hand, your ring finger on your right hand to apply the highlight on your nose. You see, and then I like to apply on my Cupid's bow. Then don't worry guys, we're almost done. Taking our blush, we're going to be using our same brush we used to contour, and I'm going to be going with this red blush right here, and I'm going to just tap in severally and use that to apply on my cheek. You can see that just changed the whole face. So what I like to do when I finish, I will take my powder brush and just try to tap in everything again. Like just tap in. I'm not swirling, I'm not moving. I'm just tapping it in. You know, just to blend everything in properly. Then you take your setting spray, shake it properly and mist your face. It kind of helps everything to melt in, because you can see right now our face is looking a little bit too dried. If you have oily skin like me, you know that at some point oils will still come in, but there is this natural look it gives when you have your face looking a bit natural when you get done with your makeup. So I'm just going to fan down this down. Alright guys, we are almost done. Now I asked you guys to get 2 lip liners and 2 lipsticks, but for today's look I think we'll be going in with the brown lip liner. This one I'm using is from a Nigerian brand called Zaron Cosmetics, and it's in the shade, it's in the number, or it's in the brown lip pencil in the number is 718 bold, and we're going to be using this to line our lips, because your lip is part of your face makeup. Now first, you're going to go around your lips. Ooh, I just broke that lip liner and I don't have a sharpener handy right here, so I'm going to be going in with another shade, the pink shade called Stallion from Zaron Cosmetics as well. We're going to be lining our lips. You're going to line around the perimeter of the lips first. Okay. As you can see, then you're going to take it in line, like this is the first line. You're going to do a second line on top of this, like so. Yeah, the lip line is a bit thicker, almost like you're filling in your lips halfway through. You can see. Then you're going to be drawing a V right here on your Cupid's bow. Then you're going to be doing something. Fill it in halfway through. And ensure you line it all the way to the edge of the mouth right here. This is how it's looking like right now. Next, I'm going to take in my Avon True Color lipstick in the shade Tender Kiss. It's a pink lipstick. This is actually a new one. I just brought it. I really love this lipstick shade a lot. And then, see this Cupid's bow, this V you did right here. If you apply your lipstick on your lip and smack your lips together, it tends to destroy this thing right here, and it makes it circlish, like it just removes this bow V like thing right here. Okay, so what I like to do, I just apply directly from the lipstick to my lip. I start with the upper part, and then I apply on the lower part. Then gently, just gently, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, gently doing that. Then you take your fingers and clean up whatever lipstick you have. Most times I'm filming, I always have a baby wipe handy with me, so just clean up whatever is there and see your lips. This is our finished look, guys. It's not difficult at all. You can look put together. You know, you already have your eye makeup. This is a very mild everyday eye I have right here. You have your lips, you have your face, everything well blended. Don't forget to ensure you blend from your neck down. Okay, it's very important. There's this area right here. Always ensure the foundation and powder is blended in to the top part of your neck right here, because people normally forget this area. Okay, and that is it, guys. I wish you guys the best of luck, and I will encourage you to practice and practice and practice and keep on practicing, because like they say, practice makes perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you just don't get discouraged. You just keep on trying and trying and trying. Makeup takes a whole lot of time to learn. You can't learn everything in one day, but with practice you can get better and actually become a pro at this. All right, thank you. I hope you learned something. I hope you also choose to join my YouTube family and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red button down below. And that is it, guys. I'll see you in a very next video. Bye, guys.